one knows about you except the people who want to know. I'm going to preface this with nothing, in my opinion, is equal to the equal probability distribution against all outcomes. I'm a biology chemist, biotechnologist from Huntsville, Alabama, and I have a history of electrical and mechanical engineering, and I worked at MRDEC. I worked for the U.S. Army. I was in the Weapons Sciences Directorate, but then I transferred to biotech. I can learn a new field in 3 months. Name a field, I don't care what it is. Engineering, science, physics, material science, math, language. The biggest problem with really smart motherfuckers is they solve one really big problem. They get a pat on the back. You know what they do with their smartest people? Cancel, cancel, cancel. Dopamine block, dopamine block, dopamine block. If you stick your neck out in public, at least someone notices if your head gets chopped. If you stick your neck out in private, they will burn while you're sleeping in your bed, and it won't even make the news. That's why the Institute exists. So it's a platform of credibility and public-facing persona. You should thoroughly understand the situation before you step into it, because I like dove headfirst into the rabbit hole, and I will admit I did it on purpose. I totally did. I dove into the rabbit hole headfirst 100% on purpose. Did I understand what I was doing? Absolutely not. Like, I have crazy ass malware on my shit that they like. I have multiple Bluetooth attacks, like physical proximal within 100 feet of me, physically Bluetooth attacks that I have logs and live packet captures for all over town. No, it's not cool. It's disturbing. I have Bluetooth attacks that happened within 100 feet of me at my co-working space at my office and at local bars and at the local university. Turn off your Bluetooth. Do you have a Mac or a Windows machine? Here's the thing about open source. Here's the thing about open source. They're not necessarily looking for your data. Your data is whatever, it's compromised already. They're on all of your devices. They have your data. They have the technology already. They know. The surveillance is 100% about personal, private, personal intel. There are 5,000 foreign nation state agents here, and all they do is go to the bar and listen to you talk while you're drunk. That's their job. That's their job. They're bartenders. They're oil mechanics. They're medical device salesmen. They work at a restaurant. They work at your doctor's office. Their sole purpose is to go to the bar and sit there and listen to you talk while you're drunk. I was homeschooled through this group called Covenant Christian Academy. I was in public school in Huntsville through the 1st grade. We moved out to the country. I was in Podunk, redneck, middle of nowhere county school through the 6th grade. We got bullied out. It was awful. I homeschooled. Jim Ashburn, the inventor of YBCO, was a homeschool dad from my cover group. Sean Bellina, MK Ultra motherfucker. His parents were both OBGYNs for MK Ultra, and he was raised on LSD from the age of 6. Was a CCA homeschool dad. Bill Dent, the best friend of Edward Teller, neutron bomb inventor, was a CCA homeschool dad. And like when we moved into our farm here in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, there was Mr. and Mrs. Dent next door, an elderly couple, grandma and grandpa. 25 years later, we meet Bill Dent. Those were his parents. His parents lived next door to us in the middle of fucking nowhere. And he's the inventor of the neutron bomb, the best friend of Ed Teller, and he's assigned to my team randomly. I didn't look for him. He joined my team randomly. Why did he live next door to me 25 years ago? That's weird. So I was a little autistic girl. My first science fair project was measuring the specific heat with a bomb calorimeter that I built. I did a science fair project in piezoelectrics, and I got a call from the Army, and they offered me a job at 15. I couldn't even drive. My brother had to drive me into the arsenal because they offered the job to both of us, me and my older brother who could drive. And we carpooled every day for the summer. 15. They're like, hey, I heard you did piezoelectrics for the science fair. Here's a job at the weapon sciences directorate, building 1408 on Redstone Arsenal. I did not apply for that job. In 2004, my dad tried to get me to do the Podkletnov experiment for the science fair. And I was like, LOL, I'm going to do gene therapy and biotech now. And then I went on to spend a decade in biotech. And now I'm back on the fucking anti-gravity, man. They pull me back in. I'm like the propulsion princess of Huntsville, Alabama, the propulsion capital of the world, totally by accident. 100% by accident. I was born into this shit. I have not sought out any information about aliens whatsoever. I've sought out zero information about aliens. Everything I know is from direct experience. I mean, are you aware that there are 8 forces of nature? 8. I can name them. Would you like me to name them? The 4 and gravity. The 5th is arguably, contentiously, the Higgs force from the Higgs boson, which who the fuck cares? I don't. And then number 6, number 6 is anti-gravity. The 6th force is anti-gravity. That's what my group has a mathematical equation to physically describe. We have 6th force on lockdown. And then 7th force is basically energy into matter into energy, which sounds like what? A portal, man. If you can energy matter, you can like download yourself into a new whatever through a portal. Like, yeah. We discovered anti-gravity, and it's like the worst thing that ever happened to us in our entire lives. And people I know being like, dude, have you heard about the aliens? I have this evidence, smoking gun. And basically ultra-terrestrials are like, he talks about extraterrestrial. Extra implies that they're from somewhere else, from the outside. Extra implies they're from not here, from outside. They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. They look like you and me. They look like you and me. So this is my life. I obviously know about you because I've had multiple, both protective and threatening interactions with various agency affiliations, whatever. I have never been interested in aliens. I was born in Huntsville, Alabama, to the technical lead of the PRL. Ultra. They're from here, but why are they so much better? Do you have a guess? Well, so the ultra-terrestrials, I'll just tell you. The ultra-terrestrials, I think, have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. P-47 is present plus 47,000 years. P-52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's, right, so there's like a in the near future. It like everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't, that no one knows about because you're not supposed to know, because it's in Alabama. You're not supposed to know about it. That's the point. So like disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal. Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama is the biggest fucking deal that you've never heard of. It's the biggest fucking deal that you have never heard of.